second frame, Ken Doherty to break.
So Ken Doherty gets frame 2 underway. Best of 3. So Tony Drago halfway there, and lifting the 900 trophy. Nice run of the ball, but you can't take away what he did after it, Tony. If you get a bit of luck, you've got to take advantage. It's funny, Neil, I was looking at Ken's tactics, and in that last frame, he had a chance of a pot, decided to play safe. And Tony went for this long red, which Ken had refused. And then this is what happened.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he missed the pot by a way, and I'm not sure his long game's up to much these days, Drago, but his short game is, and he was lucky. But now he's in again
Tony
at short
Drago
range because of that mistake. Now that does give a huge advantage already to Tony Drago. That in off. Goodness, the balls are in such good positions. It's a question of where he starts.
Yeah, and I think the main difference here is the black is available into both corner pockets.
Thank you.
And he's got the Q arm going, so you'd expect him to score heavily here.
Yeah, I mean, it was an interesting choice of first red there, getting the rest out just to play that red, get on the black, get the black available to both corners, like you say. He's still got to do it, and things can get a little bit nerve jangling with Mr. Drago. He's always been the same, but if he can carry on where he left off, he'll get this match won, I think.
He played for the black, is he on it? Just, only just. Didn't cue that very well. He's on a red to the
16.
right corner, but it's taking him away from the black, and as you can see, he's hampered.
He might hit that other red on the right cushion as well off it if it goes in. Don't say it's fluked another one.
Another fluke. Oh, you can't get your breath.
Put his name on it now on the trophy.
Get the engraver out.
He left the other red over the pocket, John. It's unbelievable. One thing Tony knows is that when you do get something like this happen,
22.
you have to take it. He's not got an easy shot, actually. He's got to play a plant, has he, here? I can't say he's unlucky, though, can you?
No. Unlucky is not the word I'm using for Tony today. Got to play one red on the other. Oh, but played it beautifully. And now there's another
23.
red over the corner.
It's unbelievable. I mean, the stars have aligned for Drago, haven't they? He's played well, but, I mean, this is a humdinger again, like the other one. If
30.
anything, this one even better.
And look at Ken, he was halfway back to the table.
31.
Now, he might have to play pink to middle here. I think he's on it.
Foul.
Oh, he's at the wrong red, and it's a foul.
Tony Drago 31.
It's a foul.
Ken Doherty 6. Ball in hand.
Ken comes back to the
Start the
table.
clock.
29 points behind, ball in hand, black available into both corners. Unbelievable how it's turned on its head.
It's an absolute plot twist. I just felt that he wasn't on that pink. He just hesitated in his chin, but he couldn't bring himself to have a second thought about it, because that's not his style. It's kind of Tony's whole career in a nutshell, these last 15 minutes or so. I wonder if the sort of wheels fallen off now.
9.
Still a bit of pressure on Ken, though. He knows that when the balls are like this, you've got to pot the balls. He's played that nicely, mind. That's okay. He'll be happy with that. Not much to do
16.
with the. Well, I say not much to do with the cue ball. Could have done with being straighter on this red, but he's got an alternative.
17.
You couldn't deny Ken this, really. I mean, You know, Tony got lucky twice and then took advantage. So now Ken has finally got the chance. I mean, he was walking to the table a few shots back because he thought he had this chance then.
24.
This black now
25.
coming up will take him in front, and I've just had a quick look at Tony Drago squirming in his seat.
It's been a really entertaining final. I mean, it's been
32.
so open in the way it's been played. And it deserves to go to a decider, really.
33.
Yeah, and I always look at a game, at any sport, if you can't take your eyes off it, it's enjoyable. And you certainly couldn't take your eyes off this. Is there another twist and a turn? It wouldn't surprise me.
Played that nicely though, didn't he? And as you say, he's got a bit more to do, but he's getting on the reds perfectly at this stage. And these tables are quick, and if you can keep landing on the
41.
next ball, the game is so much easier. I think the way O'Sullivan does it, when he gets in, it seems to be a lot of easy shots in a row. That's the game. Easy to talk about, difficult to do, but Ken, it's just about controlling this cue ball. He's a little bit further away, but he's behind the
48.
red. That's not bad.
Yeah, and in potting this red, the red just to the left of it will become available. So he doesn't have to play any cannons now.
49.
He's in the perfect position. He's got a 20-point lead. Forget about the clock, because there's plenty of time. He's got to pot the balls. A little bit straight. Now, normally you'd be playing this with a tracer right-hand side on the cue ball, just to get it back up the table. Now, you see the spin. He's overdone it. He's overdone it. I think you can just
56.
see enough of the red, but too much pace. You saw the dots on the cue ball, the spin he put on it. He played it well, but hit it too hard.
Yeah, he's still got this pot though, and it's thin and leaving the red if you miss it perhaps. He's missed it by so far that he hasn't left it. Certainly not easy, and we've seen Drago at this sort of range not really get very close. Up until now, let's see how this one goes. No, nowhere near, and that's the problem he's got.
Yeah, you were right, Neil. Well spotted, eh? He's all right, as you say, when he's in amongst the balls, but anything from distance, of course, he never used to wear glasses in the old days, did he? So it looks as though a decider might be on the cards, but I wouldn't be confident of that just yet. Ken, 27 points the lead.
He just doesn't want to be too defensive, Ken. A couple of times he's done this, hasn't he? Got in front, not quite got over the line. Drago gets one more chance, still possible. This is a good safety shot, good cue ball, I think. Oh, he's just run on a bit too far, maybe.
But I think he's got the cover on the danger red, the one closest to this right corner. Has he? He could just play a little swerve here. Oh, he's just playing the safety. They don't call him Crafty Ken for nothing. Very close, but no cigar. Ken, of course, now in that comfort zone where he doesn't have to rush anything. The onus is on Tony Drago. You'd have to say within the next minute to pull out some sensational shot. He's still got time to get involved with the safety exchange.
He needs to get the reds in play if he can, doesn't he? So if he has got a chance of a final assault on the frame, he's going to have to come with the balls in the middle of the table. But now Ken, well, if he wants to take this red on, I suppose he could get it one here and get us into a decider.
It seems to me, you know, this format, the more the players think about it, the more mistakes they make. And that was the mistake, to leave that pot on. Now, the only way this can go wrong for Ken, if he rolls up behind the brown and forgets to hit a cushion. But that ain't going to happen, folks.
No, he can push the brown onto the cushion, can't he, here, and get behind the pink. So something hit a cushion there, and it'll be the brown.
Ken Doherty, 1.
Hit and hope.
It's got to be.
Not really. He didn't quite do it that way, did he?
I thought he'd give it the word of the day, a bash.
One.
Ken sort of looked at the scoreboard there, but well, he's got a 29-point lead. He should have been on the black, in all honesty, and then the frame would have been over.
Yeah, it's not over yet, is it?
Ken Doherty, 1.
As you say, it should be over, but it isn't. And now he could still dish these. Could have done with getting a snooker there. Has he got one? I'm not sure he's got complete cover on it.
Well, they both had a look from either end. I don't think Ken can pot this. No, he couldn't. So we're looking at the clock. It's just coming to 4 minutes. So Tony has got time to play a safety. But he's played the pot. Come safety.
I think there's plenty of time. I honestly think there is, if the chance comes, but he's running out of points really now. Another ball potted for Ken, and it is over this frame.
Ken using all his experience here. I don't think it's a case of running the clock down here, because I think if Tony could pot this red before we get to the 2.5. Where's the cue ball going? Oh, that's the end.
Ken
That's
Doherty,
it.
4. Ball in hand.
Tony's wants to concede and has conceded.
Ken Doherty.
Well, would you believe it? Ken Doherty still